Hi, Tisha. How are you doing today?
So I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm good too. So, Tisha, just quickly tell us what was your score and what was your rank in the CLAT
Yeah, so in
2024.
CLAT 2020, yeah, so in CLAT 2024, I got a score of 95 and my rank is All India rank 329.
Great. Congratulations, Tisha, for that. I believe.
Thank you so much.
Can you elaborate upon what were the challenges that you particularly had in this whole journey of your preparation with us?
Right. So I till 10th grade I was like studying for JE, so science background. So I had no connection to any sort of reading. Maths was good, but not the reading sections. So in like when I started for CLAT preparation in 11th grade, so I had to start from scratch. That is building up my reading skills, the reading speed most importantly, which was very slow in 11th grade. It has come like there is a major improvement right now. Then that was one of the challenges. Then bad mocks. Oh, they were a big pain. I like a lot of times my mocks went bad. The scores used to drop like from like going really high sometimes to coming really low. So then mock analysis there and GK. GK like I used to feel like I'm doing a lot, but still then the questions used to come from somewhere else. So GK, these were the three major challenges for me.
Okay, maths was not a big challenge.
No, math wasn't a big deal.
So, what was your experience on the D day? When you finished your paper in the CLAT and went down to discuss it. What was your first impressions of the paper?
So the paper was easy. The GK was a little disappointing because I was expecting fact-based questions and not RC or unseen comprehension. So GK was disappointing, but the overall paper was easy. Like I got to, I like I was, I knew that it was easy, but then that made me realize that it's easy for everyone. So
True,
ranking will be a good game here.
true, true, true. Okay, so what was your also, Tisha? What is your strategies with respect to the non-reading section that you wish to make our future aspirants aware of that? The non-reading section, including your GK and your maths. What was your preparation of it, and then what is the tip that you would want to give the future aspirants about it?
Right. For GK, I had notes, compendiums, notes. That was majorly for GK. And for maths, majorly, I one of the faculties from CL. So he gave us this very unique technique. He told us that for if you want to do great in math in CLAT, you'll have to have these pills. So Vinod sir, he told us that tables should be one of your pills, squares and square roots should be your pills. Only the disease of CLAT, which is not a very good term, that will be cured. So for like I did my tables till like 2025 really well. I did the squares and square roots, and more or less that is the only area where I needed to do math. Math was good for me. So the mocks, the QT sections and mocks was the only things where I actually practiced maths.
Great. And what for non-readings, for reading sections, for example, legal, logic, and reading comprehension? What did you prefer for, and what did you do?
Right. So since I had to like get into reading, so I read books. Started with fiction books because that is how I could build up the pace. I was
True.
reading on Aeon sites, which you only suggested. Then, like every day, that reading was done, and then giving mocks. I gave a lot of mocks and mock analysis, supremely important, along with sectional tests. That was my major strategy for reading sections.
About topic tests, did you give your topic tests about, let's say, vocabulary, reading comprehension, etc., etc.? The topic test that aspiration holds. Did you give it for math sections as well, like average, percentage, ratio, proportions? Did you give them?
So yeah, so for maths, I did them because like I kind of could get the confidence I'm doing something, okay, and like not vocabulary and all, but I did for reading comprehension. That I did.
That's great. Okay, fair enough. So, second last question is about how did CL help in your journey towards it? Any special shout out to any faculty members or any other team members of the CL that have really helped you up? Any shout out special? And then overall, how did CL help with respect to material, platforms, and etc. that you would like to share?
Definitely. So the mocks very important. Then I got to know about the video solutions quite later. So those video solutions helped me. And definitely shout out to you, Mohan sir, Vinod sir, and Priya ma'am. Definitely. These four teachers helped me throughout the journey. So yeah.
Great. Great. So, last question about Tisha. What do you, from your side, wish to tell the future aspirants about, let's say, what to do, what not to do? Some special, unique tips that you think from your experience that you gained. And also, I think I just forgot to ask one more interesting question, which you can answer later on. That how did you balance your studies with respect to your boards and, which with the CLAT preparation with a high time with respect to balancing out mocks? How did you go about it? So you can answer this in the order you feel like.
Yeah, so I'll answer the first question first. So for that, my major tip to people will be first on the day of the CLAT, keep your mental state really well. Be cool about it. Be all narcissists that you are the best in the examination center. Be like, I can do it. I'm not sure about the others. Like all of the others were sitting in the room. You should be like, I don't know about others, they might not crack it, but I'm the one who will definitely crack it. You have to have that confidence, which was a preparation which took me real time. I had to build in that confidence. So 1 week before CLAT, that was one major thing I was focusing on. And please do not like from CLAT 2024 GK, do not keep that as your benchmark because CLAT can give you another surprise later next year. Yeah,
True.
that was these are two tips I'll give.
Very good. And
And
how
the latter question,
approximately? Approximately what amount of mocks that you give? A number roughly?
around 100. I might have, like, CLAT might have been my 100th paper, I can say.
Wow, that's great. Okay, yeah. Answering to this last question about the
Yeah. So
balancing of how did you manage boards and you know.
okay, so in 11th, I was doing both of them simultaneously, like CBSE, like my 11th stuff, and CLAT. But then in 12th, I had sidelined my board preparation for quite a lot of time. I started devoting time to CLAT, was doing decently enough so that the school is okay with me taking leaves, and I'm passing more than like getting more than passing marks, scoring a great score at least. And then in the last 3 4 months, it completely stopped focusing on CBSE, just CLAT. So I used to stay at home and focus completely on CLAT.
So did you make any strict schedule? Like for example, 2 hours I'll do this, 2 hours I'll focus upon CLAT, and the rest of the day I'll go and do this. Any specific rigid timetable that you stick to?
Not rigid, but my day looked like morning. I used to revise GK, like I'm most
Mhm.
alert morning. And since for memorizing and recalling, I use the morning hours, so GK, then followed by giving a little section test, analyzing mocks. And I used to
Okay.
give mocks. So I used to give mocks like 3 to 4 in a week. So like analyzing those. And then
So
doubt solving sessions. That was there.
I think elaborating upon what you very interestingly also said about how did mock analysis really help you out? I mean, can you elaborate a bit upon it? That what were the areas that on the mocks that you should analyze? One should analyze as a aspirant, and then what are the areas that they can improve, and as an overall procedure that what you should do upon mocks, and how did you figure out that this was one thing that will strive you towards more towards closer to the cat clat in such places?
Right. So, like, after giving the mock, I used to analyze the mock the next day because I wanted that I could get a fresh perspective while, like, I could get another view to the passage and to the questions. So, I used to go ahead with logic first because that section troubled me a lot during the whole year. During the whole preparation, logic was one section which was behind my back entirely. So
True.
I used to read the passages, figure out what the author is saying, then apply the Bain's logic which you suggested us. So like going through the questions, my major mistakes used to be I couldn't understand that why my answer is wrong. I'll understand
Mm.
why the other option is right, but why was my answer wrong? So trying to
True.
figure out that. then figuring out, oh, this is an extreme word which is used and this is why it is wrong. Then
True.
I would that generalize that for everything. That another mistake I'll make. So
Yeah,
like
I remember the session that we had, you know. Acha sir, this is a technique that we can apply to one to all. I said, no, Tisha, we can't. Yeah.
right,
So
right,
that's good.
right,
Fair enough. So
definitely.
Tisha, that's so wonderful that I think. Well, congratulations again once upon that you have really made it us all proud. I think. So what's next? What are you focusing upon boards right now? What's the next
I'm
plan?
trying to put it's boards only. I'm trying to put my mind into boards. It's taking time, but yeah, into boards only.
So that's so wonderful. So okay, thank you so much, Tisha, for your time. I think all the very best for your boards. So make us proud in the boards as well, right? And we'll meet you
Yeah,
soon
sure.
physically as well.
Right, sir. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so much,
sir.
Tisha. Bye bye.
Bye bye, sir.